Federal court put a halt to a business's plans to sell blueprints that show you how to make your own gun.
They have a goal to create an online library of gun designs using a 3D printer and had planned to release them today. A local gun store owner says he doesn't expect the ruling to change much because those blueprints have existed for a few years. But when Defense Distributed wanted to release more, several state attorneys general won a temporary legal battle. That includes both Iowa and Illinois. Local 4 Sean Logging joins us in our studio with what else the gun store owner is saying about these plastic guns. Sean?
Jim, Tiffany, John Van Horst tells me he has been working in the gun industry for close to 20 years and has owned his own store in Eldridge for a year now. He says the internet has changed how people shop for guns, including relying less on a physical location for an actual purchase. Another change when it comes to the 3D printed guns, that the shot has already been fired.
I don't see how they're going to stop it, even if they stop this company from doing it.
Owner of Square Shooter Gun Shop, John Van Horst, says in his view, 3D printed guns have appeal for two groups.
You're going to have people who are trying to avoid that paperwork that might be doing it, but a lot of them just want to do it to see if they can do it. There's the home crafters are going to want to see if they can try and make this work.
For Van Horst, this isn't something new. The company facing the temporary legal action, Texas-based Defense Distributed, first started to release blueprints for 3D printed guns in 2013. That was until the federal government said publishing those designs broke the law and had the company cease, but backtracked earlier this summer on that decision. But when it comes to these plastic firearms, Van Horst doesn't feel they'll be the first choice for a lot of gun owners.
The durability is not there at this point, so you're looking at something that's going to break pretty easily until they get the technology up on what they're printing with.
He also says there is a price tag he thinks will deter some people.
A 3D printer, from what I understand, isn't cheap, so you're looking at some serious money to do this. And quite frankly, you could buy a brand new gun for less.
For those looking at something criminal, Van Horst says there's other ways.
80% receivers that are unsterilized that people can buy and finish on a drill press in their basement. So there's always ways to get unnumbered guns if somebody's going to do something illegal.
Van Horst tells me he focuses a lot on education when someone buys a gun and that they should get properly trained. I also had a chance to speak with Moms Demand Action today. The group pushes for common sense gun reform on a state and federal level. A representative from the local chapter says not only does it pose a risk of someone getting a gun that shouldn't have one that it's untraceable, it's also that they are undetectable.
Can go through metal detectors. They can be taken into airports, government buildings, music festivals, places that otherwise guns may not have been able to make through those metal detectors.
She says that the plastic guns can also look like toys, and that could possibly see more kids getting injured if they get their hands on these plastic firearms. The group is also asking the State Department, which issued the original ban, to reinstate it. In the studio, Sean Logging, Local 4 News.